Hey, welcome everybody to my live stream today. Thank y'all for joining me. Really appreciate it. Hey, Michael Cosby, I see the NTZ is in the house already. What's going on, Robert Morris? Yeah, we got a few things we're going to talk about today. I'll wait till a few people get on here. Thank you to everybody for your birthday wishes. I really appreciate it. I got so many, man. I was overwhelmed. I've never in my life received so many. Hey, James B. I'm going to give some special shout outs too today to some guys. I appreciate everybody. Hey, good morning, John. Crazy dude, what's going on? Jacob Tanji. I'm going to give you a special shout out when we get some people on here. You as well as a few others. Hey, Matt Bassett, Smoky Mountain Modeler. He says, what's the flavor of my birthday cake today? Chocolate. It's the same chocolate every day. Hey, Bobby G, I'm going to give you a special shout out later, man. I want to thank y'all for making my birthday real special. AJ Ackley, man, good to see you, man. I haven't seen you in a while. Art Cheris, LA in the house. Randall Frank said, plant a mango tree on your land. You read my man. My girlfriend we already got that in the works, man. I need shade. All right, Bobby G from Detroit. RYT 5014 says it's true. They might open up the border for full vaccinated travelers. We'll touch on that. They're talking about this green lane tourism, but it's, they're discussing it. They're looking at it. MRC Hip Hop with Peace. Yeah, the name of my vlog today, I got that from being on that resort the other day, man. The worst meal I've ever eaten in the Philippines. It's number one. Number two was last night. We went to McDonald's. We'll talk about all of that. Hey, Sam Champion is on here. What's going on? Oh, man, Cheris, I didn't know you was from Louisville, man. He said the hottest day in Louisville in the summer, the same as a regular hot day in the Philippines. Both must be humid. Oh, yeah. Nothing in my lifetime in Louisville, Kentucky's ever reached the magnitude of over here. I promise you, man. Welcome to the NTZ and Bobby G and James Lyons are unofficial members. D says over 18,000 subscribers. Wow, congratulations. Happy birthday. Thank you, brother. And I owe it all to people like you. Carl Vaughn says he's coming in 2 weeks. Come on, man. It's your birthday celebration when you get here. Ty Rollins says, hey, Calvin, what's going on, man? Yeah, anybody watching my video, my latest video, man? Yeah, every day's your birthday over here, man. I don't see anybody giving me any birthday greetings. Today's my birthday too, guys. And anybody's over in the Philippines knows I'm telling the truth. Every day's your birthday over here. Brian Kendall says the Philippines is not capable of accepting the responsibility for foreign tourists. We are at 1% vaccination rate in the Philippines. The market isn't going to open up any year soon. Yeah, see, and I'm glad you bring that up, man, but nobody wants to hear me. But I think they do that for to give people some hope, man. It's been a lot of hopeless days over here, Brian. Prodigy says, that's your dog. No, he's across the street. Okay, Carl Vaughn. She said, yeah, our baby is due in August. So here comes my mother-in-law. My own boondock. Jacob Tanji says, that chicken walking behind you was funny in the last vlog. I tell you, man, they treat roosters like humans over here. There was a guy, he had several in the park this morning. It's funny, man. Yeah, they're funny. I don't know what's going on with that dog, man. It's never happened to me before, but it's starting to get on my nerve. Tony Carter says, happy birthday. The wonders of life makes me wonder. Your partner already addressed that. That's why you are perky. Well, she bought me that chocolate cake again. The wonders of life. Looks like she does every morning. I got to blow out the candle. Well, I'm going to tell you, they need to get that dog, man. It's really messing up my live stream. I'm sorry, guys. But, yeah, let me give some shout-outs, man, people, man, who really made my birthday special, man. And I don't want to leave anybody out, but Bobby G, Daryl Fulmore, Gleason Baker, man, you guys are something else. Jacob Tanja, Vance Blaney. Just to name a few, man, of course, the NTZ. All of you guys really, man, but I wanted to give a special shout-out to some of them guys, man. They were really, really nice, man. And Bobby G, we're going out to dinner tonight. Last night, my girlfriend wasn't feeling good, and so that kind of goes into my blog today, the worst meal I've ever eaten in the Philippines. We were on that nice resort, that Whispering Palms Resort. And if you come anywhere near San Carlos City, you have to go to Sapaway Island. And it doesn't matter what resort you're going to go to, you're going to have a good time. It's really a little remote island right off the coast, about 8 minutes away. But I get up in the morning, after my birthday, we're in a good mood. We go to eat breakfast, and I get this Maayong Buntag breakfast, which simply means good morning breakfast. You're supposed to get, meat, eggs, toast, fruit. Well, they didn't have half the stuff that you're supposed to get. So the lady comes back and says, oh, we don't have the meat. We got bacon. I said, okay, I'll take that. Just make sure it's crispy. And then she comes back and says, oh, the bacon's all out. We'll give you the meat. Well, she comes back with this meat, man, and I'm going to tell you, man, it's the worst meat. It's supposed to be some kind of, man, that dog is killing me today. It's supposed to be some type of lunch meat, man. It was horrible. No taste at all. Lunch meat has a little salty taste to it. This just tastes like biting into a water sandwich or something, man. I don't know. It was terrible. Everything was horrible. Then she bought cornflakes with no milk, no sugar, no anything. It was pitiful, man. Hey, thanks, JH, for that super chat. He said, happy birthday, old young man, the new 38. Hey, I appreciate you, Jay, man. You funny, too, on Facebook. You got some deep posts. Hey, Vincent, man, thanks for the super sticker, man. I really appreciate you, man. I'm going to shout you out, too, because you've been here, man, when I probably had about 400 subscribers, man. You've always supported me, man. And thank you, man, from the bottom of my heart, man. I really appreciate it. But, yeah, that was about the worst meal I've ever had in the Philippines, man. And to top it off, it was 300 pesos, which is a fortune over here for breakfast. It's about double what you should pay. And it was terrible, man. And then to top it all off, okay, Bobby G sent me a birthday gift. He said, hey, take your beautiful wife and family out to dinner on me. So I said, okay, but she wasn't feeling good. So I went to McDonald's, which I never do. Only time I eat McDonald's over here is I may drink a coffee or I'll get their pancakes, man, in the morning. Yeah, the dog is really pissing me off. It's not the dog, it's the people across there, man. I don't get it, man. What's going on with that dog? It looks like he's even on the inside of the house. But anyway, so no, he's actually on the outside. They left him out. So I went to McDonald's, which I never do. And I ordered me, just to be safe. I said, well, give me the Big Mac meal, small, Big Mac fries and Coke. Coke was terrible. You know how the Coke gets low down in that, you can tell it gets down low because you tasting most of that tonic water. And the Big Mac, it just seems like they had dropped the middle bun in water, man. It was soggy. I never tasted that before. It wasn't you know, they try to make Big Macs is similar around the world everywhere. But this one was the worst Big Mac I've ever tasted, man. I mean, it was soggy. I was thinking, man, hopefully they didn't drop that back there and then pick it up and put it on my plate. Because this morning, man, you know, I had the runs this morning, man. It was just horrible, man. It was the worst meal I've ever tasted. Hey, what's going on, James Lyons? He's giving a shout out to the NTC crew. Rag Jam Rock says that dog needs a COVID shot. It needs something, man. It's got my head hurt. Brett Thomas says, hey, Calvin, is there Jolly Bees in San Carlos City? Yeah, there's two right across the street from each other. I normally eat their pancakes. Benny G says, is the dog barking copyright by YouTube? I hope not, because I had to have my little daughter cut off she had the wheels on the bus go round and round playing in the background. I said, you got to cut that down because that's copyright infringement. Clayton Murray says, soggy Big Mac. Throw it at the dog cat. I tell you, man, I bit into it, Clayton Murray, man. It's the worst Big Mac I've ever tasted. I'm sorry, man. So sometimes when you get over here, man, you know, when you go to these American franchise places, man, you may get more than you're paying for. I surely did last night. But whenever I eat at TGIF Friday, it's usually good. But that soggy Big Mac and that just tasteless lunch meat was the worst meal I ever had in the Philippines. Because normally we eat at home. And that's what you should do, guys. That's why I always tell you to get an if you're gonna come over here, get you an Airbnb, do your research, read the reviews. And a lot of times, I'm gonna give you a tip. A lot of times when you read, if you see a nice looking Airbnb, but it's got bad reviews, I would get it, man, because a lot of times, you know, maybe the person is just pissed off, and then a lot of times you can get a good deal because they're giving bad reviews. John Wells says, Calvin, I've gotten sick from that McDonald's twice. That's it for me, John. I'm done. I won't eat there ever again. Only the coffee when we meet on Fridays. Cal Delman said, John, how's the channel coming? Oh, John, you started your channel? Well, I didn't know, man. Thanks for letting me know. Sam Champion said to John Wells, John, you are right. I tried some for the first time last week, and oh my God, was definitely better than those cubes. I'm hooked on it now. Chicken, beef, and ham. Rasta Nasty says, hey, James Lyons, big up yourself. Yeah, now the roosters are coming. Well, they treat roosters better than they treat humans over here at Cal. And yeah, this is my coffee, man. I had to give in, man. Remember, my saying is, if it ain't broke, don't break it. I put out a couple of dud videos, man, because I didn't have my coffee in me, man. I said, look, I got to get back to my formula, what really works for me. But on my birthday at that same resort, John had some nachos and dip. It wasn't bad, but that breakfast, man, remember, if you ever come here and go to the Whispering Palms, it's a nice resort, peaceful, really nice. Do not eat the breakfast. Okay, John Wells says, still working on the channel, nothing yet. What's the subject going to be, John? Benny G says, Calvin, when are you starting to build on your new house? Well, he texted my girlfriend Friday, what's the day, Sunday, yeah, Friday, and said that all the paperwork is in the city hall waiting for approval. Once it gets approved, we're going to get started, man. Smoky Mountain Modeler said, sounds like you got Noah's Ark going on. Yeah, James Lang said, Calvin back on the juice. I had to, man. If it ain't broke, don't break it, guys. All right, Ingram Davis. Okay, Philip Cooper's in the house. Share some of your experience, Philip, about trying to leave the country, man. I think some guys may want to hear that. He says, Cal, several years ago, McDonald's put me in the hospital. food poisoning, 3 days in the hospital, took me out. Yeah, I'm done. I promise, man. They're on my do not call list. Brett Thomas says, what hotel do you recommend in Davao City? It's actually called My Hotel, Brett. It's good. It's clean. You're going to get a good price. And it's right across from a local restaurant that sells whatever this soup mixture is that Davao is known for. It's the best in the Philippines. It's right across the street. And you're not far from SM. You're not far from, matter of fact, you can walk to People's Park. So it's called My Hotel. Philip Cooper says, man, where do I start? It's been a nightmare. Hey, Ingrid Davis is in the house. He said the sunshine shoulders the sage. But you're funny, man. I promise you, though, Ingrid Davis, this is on me. If I was in the States right now, I'd do that test, man. I'd give you one of my kidneys if I could. If we were a match. I went through it before for my cousin, man, my second cousin. Sadly, he died. And that's why I did it, because I knew he was in bad shape. He had had a kidney transplant before from a cadaver, a dead person that donated their organs. And he had it. It went 9 years. That's about how long it's supposed to last. Then it went bad. So I took all the tests, and unfortunately, we weren't a match, because even though he's my second cousin, we should have been a match. When he had that first transplant with all the blood transfusion and everything, it changed his whole makeup, man. We were no longer a match. Sadly, it didn't work, and he eventually died. He was one of my closest friends. MRC Hip Hop Rap Promo says, how much does a month of groceries cost you? Now, remember, I got me, my girlfriend, and her 2 daughters, because my daughter really doesn't eat a whole lot. I'm going to say about $300. Now, if you're single, man, you're not going to come anywhere near that. Benny G said, Calvin, do you barbecue there? Yeah, I've got a little grill back here, but we haven't used it in a while, but normally. James Lyons says, Calvin, nice. I ain't giving nobody my kidney, dead serious. Well, you only need one kidney, man. I'm 58. We don't, the human body is steadily evolving, man. We and John was talking about it the other day. You don't even need an appendix anymore. You don't even need a gallbladder anymore, to live a normal life, because we're evolving. And we only need one kidney. I give him mine, man. If I could, I promise. JX said, what's your plan for the rest of the year? My immediate plans is 2 things, really. To work on the house and to wait to see what this Gail situation is with her father. I spoke to the investigator yesterday. He said she'll be a couple more weeks, JX. And by the way, Gail had a baby, man. She didn't tell me she was pregnant. Somebody said to me, it looks like Gail may be pregnant. And I didn't, it's none of my business. I didn't inquire. But yeah, she had a baby, a little baby girl. So I want to congratulate her on that. Okay, Bobby G in Denver says, hey, Cal, I got my kidney in 2018. That's part of what my channel will be about. Yeah, man, and it's on my license, I promise you. I'm donating, man, and I want to help many people as I can. I'm no longer going to be around. But I'll be honest with you. That's just the type of person I am. I was raised like that, man. I ain't trying to be some saint or some savior, man. But, hell, if somebody needs something like that to live and have a great life, why not, man? Brad Jones says, hi, Calvin. Any talks of travel? I'm cracking up over here. Man, only thing, the latest I heard was the Green Lane tourism. One thing I can say is, and I seen this, Geo in the Philippines posted this on his Facebook, and I clicked on the link. Filipino Airlines has joined in the fray. Now they're saying, look, let's open this thing up. Man, these businesses over here, man, are in a bad shape. Whenever Philippine Airlines, which is the flagship of the Philippines, big time money, when they step in and say, look, we need y'all to open up. We need you to do something. It's getting serious, man. Yeah, Bobby G in Denver says, we'll be working on getting Ingram a kidney, man. If I was there, I'd take the test. I promise you I would. That's true. But yeah, Brad Jones, the Filipino Airlines has gotten in the fray. They said open up. Iman McGear says, hey, Calvin, what's going on, brother? Carl Vaughn said, I spent $4,000 on a ticket. Wow. What are you flying? First class? It's got to be a business class. Or you just booked your ticket the same day or something. Dwayne Beckwood, what's going on, brother? Quiet Storms of Varine says, what does expat mean? It just means expatriate. That you moved out of your country and you're living somewhere else. Cal Denman says, Cal got photobombed by the rooster coolie. Man, I didn't even see him behind me. Now, when I came there, I was riding my bike. I went past him. I said, wow, this guy's walking his chickens today, because they walk them like they walk dogs. They treat them better than, man, if you see the way these chickens is across the street, these roosters, yeah, it's a big deal, man. I ain't gonna lie. Yeah, Sperling Edwards, he says, did you notice we're having a lot of earthquakes lately? It's like something is up. Well, the Philippines, if you're talking about the Philippines, we're on the Pacific Rim over here, the rim of fire. See, that's something I didn't know when I started coming over here. I had no idea about that. And because I was like, wow, I didn't know the Philippines had so many earthquakes. And if you're down in Mindanao, they're really, really bad. They're getting to be so frequent. Philip Cooper says, I booked 3 flights round trip for $800 each, direct flights on PI Airlines. Do your homework. Yeah, I think what he did, I think what Carl Bonds did, he must, no, here's what he said. He says, LOL, no. He said, because I found out my exemption expires on June 21st, so I had 3 weeks to book. I risk filing a new exemption and miss my baby being born in August. Yeah, well, hell, that's worth it then. LJ says, any update on the girl looking for a father? Yeah, I just said something. I talked to the guy. We're waiting for the results of the DNA, LJ. Should be anytime soon. Hey, guys, get the thumbs up. We got 128 people, 50 thumbs up. Benny G said, Calvin, I'm sure you will have a lot more roosters near your new home. Well, they're all over the place. I really didn't see many, Benny G, but I seen a bunch of cows, man, and they're walking around right around where my house is. Roger Winslow says the worst meal equals Genomos. What is that? Are you spelling that right? I've never heard of that. Oh, Genomos? What? But yeah, that meal was worse because I'm taking my wife. We're playing it safe tonight. We're going to Awani. It's the best food in the Philippines. Reg Jam Rock says, when Americans go to other countries, they're called expats. But people going to the U.S. are called immigrants. Why? Well, they're called expats too by their countries. We're actually immigrants over here. Yeah, we're actually immigrants. Sam Champion says, folks, take your kidney health as serious as you can. I've been seeing a nephrologist, it's a kidney doctor, since 2016 for loss of some functionality. Been stable since I started seeing him. Well, yes, Sam, see, that's all part of going to the doctor on a regular basis. With men, by the time we go to the doctor, it's too late. We don't like sitting in the doctor's office. We're impatient. And we don't want to wait. And that's why we don't go, man, believe it or not. And then we're afraid of what we might hear. The bad news, which is really good news if they catch it in time. Hey, Red Silk Lloyd, thank you for stopping by, brother. That's okay. Christian Contreras, thank you for stopping by. Belizean Edwin says if Philippines doesn't open up, they will lose many foreigners will go to Thailand, and that'd be very bad for the country. Well, see, that's another reason, Brazilian Edwin, you reminded me of something on my video the other day when I was talking about, don't send money over here. It's because not only have they flipped the script and made you think that we're running out of Filipinos, but one thing they don't tell you is you're over in Southeast Asia, they've got Thailand, Malaysia, Indonesia that are competing with the Filipinos, so it takes their value down a whole other notch if you're going to look at it like that. But since I've never been to those places, I have to put the Filipino at the top, simply because the way they treat you. Grow God said the chicken in your last video was classic. That's from what I heard. I'm gonna have to go back and look at it. Carl Vaughn says, who knows how good the VA is in Manila? I've never been there, but I know you need Carl Vaughn before you get over here. Sign up for that. And also sign up for the foreign medical program. You have to sign up for both of them or they won't see you over here. And then make sure you make an appointment because the VA here is an outpatient clinic. Brad Jones said many young people from Europe are talking about moving abroad. I think we all should. There's no rule that says you should live in your home country all your life. If the world is 197 million square miles, why would you want to live in your country for the rest of your life? At least visit different places. Quiet Storms of Vereen says, are you concerned with what's going on with the Chinese ships in the Philippines? No, because it's only a show of force. A lot of them are fishing boats. And, the Chinese are walking around like they're 10 foot tall now, But, remember the Americans have the Filipinos back. It would be World War III. And need I remind you that there's no need for China to invade the Philippines. Why? They have everything to lose and nothing to gain. Everything that they want to do over here, they're doing it anyway without invading the Philippines, Hey, Duke Lopez, I'm sorry I missed you last time, man. Thanks for joining me, man. I appreciate you. He said, good morning from Dirty Jersey. Yeah, I missed you last time. He's been married to his Filipino for 41 years. I got to give you a shout out for that alone. Okay, Carl Vaughn, he said, thanks. I might have another claim by the time I get there. Yeah, sign up for that first. Clayton Murray said, that's it, Cal. I want to go where the Latinos are at. Well, you can go to Mexico. I mean, before I came to the Philippines, I went to Playa del Carmen. I went to Cancun, man. They got beautiful women over there. And when I went to Cancun, I met some women from Venezuela. My God. These were black women, too. Oh, my God. I mean, even the Mexican guy I was with, he was blown away. Yeah. They didn't speak a lot of English, I just said hello to them and told them they was the first women I'd ever met from Venezuela, man. Now, that's a place a lot of people don't talk about. We need to go there, guys. Somebody make that, your home base and start a channel, man. Let's see what that's all about. Because these women were drop dead gorgeous, man. And see, when you go to places like Mexico, you're going to see people like that because, in America, see, you're going to see Cubans and different places like that because in America, we're the only ones who are really still shutting Cuba out. Everybody else is okay with Cuba. I was dating a Cuban woman before. She came from Spain. Yeah. Hey, Magnolia State. He's checking in from Colorado Springs. Wow. Yeah, Brazilian Ed, when he said Philippines need to get their A together. They're losing millions of pesos every day, and it's bad for the country. Yeah, they need to open up at least for the locals, man. You know, I was talking to a friend of mine, Cal Ellis, and he wasn't convinced that, man, Filipinos, they live for the weekend, man. If they just open up, see, the domestic tourism is the backbone of the industry over here. If they just open that up, that'll get the money flowing. Hey, William Maderas, thank you for stopping by, brother. I appreciate it. Okay, Duke Lopez said Costa Rica and the DR are also good for retirement. Now, what about for the single man, Duke? Brad Jones said Venezuela is in turmoil. Yeah, well, hell, so is Mexico. So is the Philippines. Yeah, Sam Champion said, Calvin, please remind guys and ladies to get that finger wave and a colonoscopy starting at age 45 now instead of age 50. Chad Bozeman of the Black Panther died at age 43 from stage 4 colon cancer. Yeah, it's very important, man. But, you know, we won't even go to the doctor to begin with, Sam. Let me see a show of hands if anybody's been to the doctor this year. Not military guys, because you guys go to the doctor. That's why you're in such great shape. That's why you look so good. James Lyon says, I met sisters from Chile. You talking about beautiful women. They were nans for certain. These women from Venezuela, man, I'm going to promise you, man, either one of them, they had, one of them had children. They had a little girl with them. They were about as pretty as women I've ever seen. I mean, they were drop dead gorgeous. I mean, you know, the Mexican guy was stunned. He was shocked. Yusuf Hatim says, I remember you talked about something you ate at one of your ex's mother's home and you did not like it. And she made you a second helping after you choked down the first plate. Yeah, that was that sticky rice. I forgot what they call it. Somebody help me out. What's that sticky rice called that they put the chocolate in? And I mean, it was more than one, Yusuf Hatim. I ate about 4 helpings of this. And I thought her mother was crazy. I'm like, why do you keep on feeding me that? She thought I liked it. Okay, Duke Lopez, he said the single men go to Costa Rica. Has anybody been here to Costa Rica? Philip Cooper says, I go to the doctor regularly. Yeah. Tell us about your situation, Philip. Okay, Brad, he said they're in a period of hyperinflation, man. If that's anything like what was going on in Africa, they actually showed the guy taking $1 million, whatever it was, their dollars, just to buy one loaf of bread somewhere over in Africa, man. It's a classic picture. He had actually $1 million, whatever it was, for just one loaf of bread. That was hyperinflation. Oh, okay, Red Shift Lloyd said military. I go regularly, almost 60. People think I'm about 45 to 50. Yeah, that's what happens, man. And then remember, guys, that Y chromosome has a lot of benefits for us. You know, that's why you think we like younger women, man. Women our own age, man, they look 15 years older than we do because we have more, our collagen intake is more, you know, that all the hormone changes they go through. You know, that Y chromosome is big, man. You know, our skin is thicker, man. We look younger, man. Women age a lot faster, man. That's why, you know, I'm going to do a video on the age gap, the benefits of age gap relationships with Filipinos over here, man. It'll blow your mind, man. I was doing some research. That's why I got these figures. But, yeah, you're right, man. But, yeah, that Y chromosome has a lot of benefits. That testosterone, man, you know, because as they get older, you know, they start losing that estrogen and that oestrogen. I hope I'm spelling that right. Okay, Belizean Edwin says, I'm from Belize City. Beautiful girls there, but bad attitude. See, that's what makes a Filipina so special to me. It's her attitude. If you pick the wrong one. Okay, Christian Contreras. He said Zimbabwe. Yeah, is the African country. Thanks, Rick 5014. The guy was carrying $1 million, whatever, the Zimbabwe dollars just to get a loaf of bread. Okay. Love beat music. Happy birthday, Calvin. 58 in your case. It's 45, bro. Thanks, man. Remember, it's my birthday every day. And I got that Filipino tune-up. I got the Filipino makeover. Man, I'm in great shape over here. Darko Jones, man, I like saying that name. He said, greetings from Scotland. I love the show. You said you said you get it how you want it when you want it. That's what attracts me. He said, I'm a very good judge of character. Yeah. You get it, how you want it, when you want it, where you want it, and anytime you want it. Darko Jones. And that's the truth. Because it's your birthday every day, guys. And people over here, Cal Dearman in my line, John Wells in my line, Ingram Davis in my line. Is it not your birthday every day over here? Hey, Paul Thorne, or Thorme Jr., Johnny Abreu. Brad Jones said the chassis is twisted. Jade said, and the tuxedo cabin. I don't even need the tuxedo, man. I'm going to tell you. I promise you this. And if you think I'm lying, my woman, man, is in great shape, man. When she starts back, and she had a baby 9 months ago, and she still looks fantastic to me. But when she starts back working out again, you'll see why you don't need all that Viagra and stuff, man. These women really are your natural Viagra, man. They're old man's Viagra. Cal Devin says every day. It is your birthday every day. Every day I wake up, here she comes with another chocolate cake. I got to blow out the candles, man. Man, I was telling you guys, when it comes to, nobody could deal with a crackhead when it comes to a BJ, right? Filipinos will put a crackhead to shame over here with a BJ. I mean it. Hey, Tay says, hey, Calvin, I love you, man. I love you back, man. I mean that. Philippines, my paradise. What's going on, Ned? I appreciate you, man. You are consistent, man. I tell you. And I really appreciate that, brother. Go check out Ned's Philippines, my paradise, guys. Thank me later. Jerome Morgan said, preach on. Well, it's the truth, man. I wouldn't lie to you. I don't want you to come over here and think, hey, Calvin's pulling my leg. You'll see. That's why I'm telling these guys to shout it out. They said, no, Calvin, I mean that I really love you. I love you back too, brother. Sam Champion, Quiet Storms, Vereen. He said, that would be ideal for African Americans, but some doctors may not write an order to get one. And if you do it without a doctor, your insurance may not pay for it. What y'all talking about? Yeah, Carl Vons. He said it's funny. No, it's true. They put a crackhead to shame. And you're going, boy, a crackhead to get down in the mud. She'll get down and dirty, boy, for $5. $2, depending on what time of night it is. Magnolia State says, I have to get over there and grab me too to grant me an everyday birthday. Just got to do it. Hey, I tell you what, when I had my girlfriend, she was my mistress, really. She became my wife. That's the mistake I made. But when I first met her, I was just joking with her. I said, my fantasy has always been to be with two women at once. Can I do that over here? This is a true story. She started looking around for another woman to join us. And I said, ho, I'm just playing. I didn't mean that for real. But yeah. Hey, John Gomez, he said, hello, Calvin. I like that resort you showed us. Real nice. Hey, John Gomez, there's so many places like that over here. And imagine, man, I took me, my girlfriend, and the 3 children over there all night and everything like that. Spent less than $100, man. Probably about, let me see, my bill came up to 4,120 pesos. That's about $80, man. Right on the beach. I'm telling you, man. Love beat news. He said, crackhead jokes. He said, great comparison. No, it's true, man. I'm just trying to tell you guys, man, it's a great option over here. Is it worth coming all that way? Absolutely. Rasta Nasty, thanks for that super chat. He said, Calvin, while you were married to your Filipino wife, was it your birthday every day? Absolutely. Or the girlfriend give it to you more often? No. See, if you look at my video, I tell you, this is my third relationship with a Filipino. Even with the other two, Ryan Buntag, it was my birthday every day, guys. Like I said, when you're here for only 2 weeks, you're going to get the girlfriend experience. You're here for about a month or more, it evolves into the wife experience. Then after you're here for about 6 months, it's the birthday experience, man. Absolutely, Rastanati. I promise you, man. We didn't break up because of that. We broke up because I just didn't want to go back there, man. She was worried about her visa. And when she went there and stayed there for 10 months or something like that, she knew what the deal was. She was my mistress. She knew I wasn't going to be here by myself. I'm sorry, man. And I don't want to sound like I'm some type of inconsiderate, asshole or something, excuse my language. But no, we had a plan. I worked hard for 4 years to make this plan a reality. Then you're going to come over for 6 months, and think I'm going to turn around and go back home after everything I gave up. No, we're still friends to this day. And see, the thing is, there was a song by, it's another benefit of dealing with Filipinos. I don't know about anybody's experience. I'm going to tell you, man. There was a song by a guy by Philip Mitchell. He's from my hometown. He's a great songwriter back in the 60s, 70s, early 80s. He's got a song. He wrote that song, Star in the Ghetto, that made Ben, what was that guy? Ben something famous. I'm a star in the ghetto. That. He wrote that. Well, he wrote a song, Once I've Been There, and it was a hit. I can always go back again. It's the same thing with Filipinos, man. Once you've been there, you can always go back, man. I'm talking about, okay, me and my first son's mother, we've been split up since 2012. She seen me in 2016, man. She always just laid down and said, here, you can have it. But I didn't take it. You know why? Because I was with my wife, and but if my wife not been there, yeah. And same thing right now with my wife. If I was to go home to the United States right now, I could have it if I wanted it, but I'm not going back there. Come on, Tay. See, I don't want to get rid of you, but I got to get rid of you on that. Quiet Storms, Marine says, I met a few Filipinos in Florida. They seem to always be happy and have a sort of Southern hospitality about them. Well, yeah, you're lucky then, because they change so dramatically when they go to America, man. If you meet one that's kept her originality, man, you're going a long way. And then a lot of them get turned out over there. I mean, they've never been there. It's really happening to my ex-wife. That's why I really wouldn't fool with her now, man. She's over there now, and she's dwarfing into something that I never saw. I mean, really. And it's shocking to me. It hurts me. Yeah, he overstepped. I got rid of him, Clayton Mary. Yeah, Star of the Ghetto by Benny King and Average White Band. Yeah, but look and see who wrote that song. The guy by the name of Philip Mitchell. He's from my hometown. He's a great songwriter. He's still singing now. He's probably about 70. But he had a song, Once I've Been There, I Can Always Go Back Again. And it's the truth. Simply Akers, yeah, what's going on now? Now, she's kept her originality. Simply Akers, she's down there in Florida. I'm glad you're on here today, Simply. You're one of my favorite subscribers. I mean it. He said, how's everything, guys? How was your birthday, Cal? He said, celebrate every day. That's right. You know it, Simply. I'm not playing. You know how it's our birthday every day. Hey, Timothy Bright, thank you, man, for that subject matter today. Thank you for that email. He says, thanks for the super chat. He said, hello, everyone. Prepared bang bang shrimp. I learned to cook at Bonefish Grill. Wow, one of my favorite places in America. Graduated from culinary school. Amazing with garlic mashed potatoes. Oh, my God. Ingram Davis, tighten up. Man, I tell you what, I love Bonefish Grill. when I had my little small insurance agency, I was an FMO, and every time Tom Edgerton, he was the national broker representative, would come in and hold a meeting for the FMOs, he would take us to Bonefish Grill, man. I tell you, man, it was delicious. Scott 56 says, thanks. Can you be more specific on how Filipinos change? Well, they just do, they become more Americanized than you. Trust me on this, man. And it doesn't take them long. They forget where they come from. A lot of them, not all of them. I'm not generalizing, but majority of them do. And I've been around them because remember, I brought my wife over there. They don't want to come back here. They don't even want. I mean, when you hear them speak English, it'll make you cringe. It's not like over here, Over there, they get so proper and it'll drive you crazy. But yeah, they changed dramatically, man. They become more American than you. Scott, had I met, and I tell the story all the time, I took my wife to her first Catholic mass over, which turns out to be our first mistake, guys, what we do over there. And you meet these Filipinos there, and they're so uppity, man. They look down in their nose at you. They're not welcoming. They're not warm. They're not hospitable like real Filipinos are, because those aren't real Filipinos anymore. They turned into something else. Had I met them first before I ever came here, I wouldn't be here now. If that would have been my impression of real Filipinos, I would never come here. That's how bad it gets. Philip Cooper says, so me, my wife, and daughter are held up in a hotel until next Friday as we rebook. Now I need to go tomorrow to the Philippines embassy to fight to get my visa card. Wow, that they don't have. Oh my God. This is his story about trying to get out. Now I thought, okay, he had applied for, I think, a permanent visa, right, Philip? But I'm thinking you can still leave if you got emergency, an extra clearance. And then you would just void that visa and have to start over when you get back. Philip says no. Philip says they won't let him leave the country without his permanent visa. I don't understand that. Quiet Storms Arena says another holiday approaching. I wonder what the death toll is going to be from gun violence in the U.S. It's so crazy over here. Yeah, it's been crazy over there. But I'm going to tell you something. I was in the Navy. We were in boot camp, about ready to get out of boot camp. And it was our gun training day. Well, these are actually 22s, but they're in like a 9mm casing. I don't know what they do now, but in 1981 they were. And before it all starts, the instructor, he's got all these weapons on the table, and he said, tell me which one of those weapons will kill you. And nobody got it right. One guy pulled out the knife, one the gun, and all the stuff. He said no weapon will kill you. He said until the human being picks it up and uses it. And that's how it is, with gun violence. There's so many gun laws on the books. If they just enforce that, man, but there's something going on with us up here. There's a price we're paying to be brought up in that sort of society, man. A lot of people can't handle it. Do we junk the whole system because a small percentage of us has gone crazy? No, but we need to find out what's going on, guys. Hey, China's older Vulcan, let me give you a shout out too, man. When in America, they are the elite. They know it all. Ones who want to be competitive about everything. Yeah. Some guy, I believe it was Jay Hunt. I told you he's got some pretty profound Facebook posts. He said, America is the only country in the world that thinks free healthcare and free education is bad because the rich people tell them so. I can't get past that. That's true. But let's not get into that, guys. Leo XL said, I finally got my pension. I bet I'll do good over there in the Philippines. Oh, yeah, you will. Jeff W. says, big problem with Filipinos that come here is they find other Filipinos here and they help Americanize them. Amazing how they network here in the U.S. Well, see, that was what my whole video was about. I've got a couple of them. The first one where I even talked about that was stop. Don't bring your Filipino wife or girlfriend to your home. to home. And I was talking about that support group they got over there. And they give them what's called the Filipino rules. Look at these videos, man. They're powerful. They're profound. They'll really help you, man. It give you an idea of what happens to them. But at the same time, guys, it's a powerful support group. If something ever happens to them over there, they've got those ladies to fall back on, and they really help them. I've seen it in action. I've seen them buy plane tickets back to the Philippines. I've seen them find jobs. I've seen them find boyfriends when they break up from the husband. I've seen all of this, man. We don't have that over here. I wish we did. Now, they say up in Angeles City and up those ways, they have like the American Legion. They got groups of people together that do that. But I mean, in the Philippines as a whole, man, we don't have that, man. If you really go bad over here and need some help, what they're going to do is they're going to show up with a camera or video and videotape you and put it on Facebook or YouTube. They shouldn't do that, but that's what we do. You know, hey, JH, yeah, man, you know, you got some pretty profound stuff you talking about over there, man, you know, but most of your stuff is light. It's talking about food, but then you hit us in the stomach every now and then. I like that. Hey, Azorba Dundee, thanks, brother. I appreciate it. He said, good morning, Calvin. Hope you're well. Happy belated birthday. Hey, it's my birthday today, Zorba. He said, worst food would be Baloo. Golden Fan says, hey, Calvin. Hey, thanks for stopping by again. China said, nothing is really free because the cost will be paid in higher prices that the wealthy don't need. And you're right. And that's what I was telling John. I said, nothing's really free, man. You know, is it really free? Because we were talking about, you know, things that get people upset. You know, we were talking about, you know, welfare, and we were talking about disability and different things like that. You know, and I was telling him, I said, you know, America, as this civilized society, we should take care of our most vulnerable citizens. You know, the children, senior citizens, disabled. And just because a few people fall through the cracks and cheat the system, does that mean we junk the whole system? No, because it's really a good system. Hey, Jerome Morgan, good to see you, brother. I appreciate it. Jeff W. said, it's true. U.S. Filipinos are amazing how they network. It is. Every single one who comes here will connect with every single one who went through the visa process, and they will connect with more here. They even got one. They got support group here. That's how they know so much about you guys, man. I told you when I met my son's mother, her friends had already sat her down and gave her the Filipino rules. When we got to the hotel, and man, she started doing all this stuff, man, you know, and anything that I said, she did. And the next morning, I was just asking her, like, wow, it was a good, you know, it was fun. You know, here's what she said. Well, Grace is what her friends call her. They told me that when we went to the hotel to do whatever you wanted to do. See, they do that, man. We don't. When I try to do it, people get on my case. Hey, Simply Akers, thanks for that super chat. Wow, now this is really a compliment. Thank you, Simply. She says, happy birthday, Cal. Get an Emperado and drink it by the beach. Emperador, sorry. Your birthday will last forever with your Filipino because every day is a great day to celebrate. Yeah, locals wake up. Family's okay, and it's a great day to celebrate. You're so gracious, Simply Akers, and that's beautiful. Thank you. I stopped drinking a long time ago, but what I'm going to do, I'm going to buy my girlfriend. She likes those mules, but she gets wild when she drinks them. But I'm going to do that and let her drink by the beach. Thank you, but you're right. See, that Simply, she's a Filipino that's living in America, but she hasn't forgotten where she comes from. See, and she tells it how it is on her. And that's why I like her, Chriselle, Lynn, San Diego, Dez's Haven, Hideout Haven. It's a few more of them. Mr. Chip said soup number 5. Black. Yeah, they talk about that all the time. Now, what is that? The balls of the cow or something, or the pig? Yeah, because the pig, they eat. We eat everything on the pig. If you eat pork, I know they do in America, and they do here. Excuse me. Same with the coconut. That's the tree of life. Nothing goes to waste on the coconut. And see this lady selling. Good morning. Hold on. Wait, she's selling bananas. Hold on. Hun? Hun? Give me 100 pesos out of that. We don't have no change. What about the change box? I'm talking about in my green bag. There's no 100. Oh, okay. Oh, sorry. I don't have change. Only 1,000 pesos. Sorry. Thank you. Yeah. Now, see, when women like that, remember I told you that the women run everything over here. When you come over here for the first time, that's what's going to stand out more. The Filipinos is probably the most independent woman in Asia. But you'll see how much power they have over here. And women like her, even though I wasn't going to buy anything from her, I was going to give her 100 pesos, but my girlfriend used it. I didn't have it in change. And every now and then, I'll give a grown man 100 pesos. You know why? Because I want it to be his birthday when he gets home, man. I promise you, man. Some of these guys, man, some of these people over here work so hard, man, and they go home at the end of the night with no money, And so I'll see him and I'll let the spirit move me to who to give it to because I want it to be his birthday when he gets home. And it will be. He shows up with that kilo of rice or, whatever it is, and then some vegetables, maybe a fish or something. It's going to be his birthday, man, that night. Clayton Murphy said Cal was buying bananas. I wasn't going to buy them. I was just going to give her 100 pesos. Hey, Charles Armstrong 97 said, hey, Calvin, I love your shows. My biggest dream is to move out there to the Philippines. Hopefully they will be opening soon. I live here in Kapolei, Hawaii. Wow. And it's so expensive. Thank you, sir. Thank you, man. I really appreciate that, Charles Armstrong. Yeah, somebody was telling me about how expensive Hawaii and Guam is. A friend of mine, I told you he flies planes, but he's in Guam. He's chomping at the bit to get back over here because his woman's acting a donkey over here, with the money he's sending her. And he's paying $1,800 for a 3-bedroom apartment in Guam. I was like, wow. And I've got a friend over there named Fred Baldwin. He said, yeah, real estate is really, really expensive. And I hope you're watching, Fred. Kiss your beautiful wife, Lynn, for me, man. Simply Acker said, home is where I'm going back, Cal. This is the only place you are living life. Absolutely. It's really, I love the simplicity over here. In America, man, I couldn't live. I didn't have time, really, to smell the roses, man. I mean, my bills, the mortgage, and see, I got 4 adult daughters, and they're not old. I've got 2 that's 25. They're Irish twins. They were born 10 months apart from my wife. I've got a 21-year-old, and then I've got an 18-year-old who, by the way, just graduated high school on my birthday, man. Congratulations, Nadia. I love you. I'm proud of you. And if you ever raise daughters, man, it's expensive, man. I promise you, man, my daughter today, guess what she called me? Daddy, I need $160. And I'm thinking like, okay, man, maybe she needs it for one of the kids or something like that. Now her phone, she cracked her phone screen. I was like, you got to get your priorities in order. But yeah, I couldn't live. But over here, simply, because you can stop and smell the roses, man. Hell. And that's what I'm doing, man. I'm living my best life. Hey, thanks, Shadow Chaos 288 for the super chat. He said for many more birthdays. Thank you, brother. My birthday's every day. And when you get over here, it's going to be every day. Clayton Murphy says, where are your small notes? Well, usually I keep a lot of them, but she goes to the market and different things. I think her mother took some too, because they're making some type of soup in there. Now they make some of the best soup. See, I eat at home most of the time. I play it safe and go to Awani. If somebody says, "Hey, Cal, take your wife out to dinner," like Bobby G, shout out to you, Bobby G. Shout out to Timothy Bright. Gleason Baker, man. Gleason Baker, man. He really wants to meet me and you, John. He said he wants to hang out with us. Rich J said, "I give food but never money. They would expect every USA citizen to give away money." Not really, Rich J. I'm going to tell you something. Remember, guys, let's not generalize. These are proud people over here. And the only people who are going to ask you for anything over here are the beggars out in the street. And you got two type of beggars. You got the drug dealer. I mean, not the drug dealer. The drug abuser, drug user. And then you got the disabled. See? Those are only two. And then because sometimes, man, when you get over here, look at my video. I think it's called The White Man's Burden. You know what Mark Twain was talking about when the America decided to, colonize the Philippines. He said it's the white man's burden that we're always trying to go somewhere and civilize people. And, it's powerful. But anyway, I just named it that. But I'm talking about the guilt we feel when we get over here, man. And you see some of the people, they're horribly disfigured, man. And it takes a tough cookie to walk past them without helping them, man. Sometimes it's a scam. I used to help this little dude that we see. He sits right outside the M Lawyer, the pawn shop, every day. People coming in and out. And one time my girlfriend just stopped me and said, "No, don't give him that. He's been doing this for 20 years. But his feet look like pretzels. He looks like, remember Gumby and Pokey? He looks like Gumby, his feet. And then you feel sorry for him, but the first time I seen him drunk, I threw it out the window, man. I mean, but then again, I told my girlfriend, I said, "Hell, if my feet look like that, I'll probably get drunk every day too." Yeah, John Wells said, "I can't wait until everything opens up. We're gonna have a blast." Yeah, man. For the few people who make it over here, man, a lot of these guys are bluffing, John. They're not gonna come, man, because remember, pre-pandemic, man, there was nobody here then. Smoky Mountain Marlin said, "Calvin, what happened to the little boy that you bought a toy police car?" Well, honestly, his sister sent me a message and sent me his picture. He can't walk. She said, "Hey, Mr. Sunshine showed us." He said, she just sent me a heartfelt message, man. So I went out and spent a few hundred pesos and bought him a toy police car that's got those little, when you push the button, it makes all these sounds. And he loved that. And we bought him a gun, but he's not going to be able to shoot the gun. But she said that's what he liked. He's just disabled, man. He can't walk. He's been that way his whole life. And she just asked me, could I do something to make his day for him? It's crazy, man, to be honest with you, man. But, the people here, and it's only because of this electronic community pantry, man, that Sunshine Shoulders has become this icon over here. They really don't see me. They see Sunshine Shoulders. Hello. Good morning. Hello. Mayang Buntag. Wow. Hello, Mayang Buntag. My neighbors. Oh, yeah. You're welcome. That's just how it is over here in the Philippines. I become some type of icon because of the little acts of kindness that I do. It's just little acts of kindness, man. It ain't like I have a whole lot of money or something. It's just, when you give like that and you do it on a consistent basis, pretty soon you look up, man, you helped hundreds of people, man, and you get that reputation, man. So, and I do it when I can, man. Every time I can. Some lady sent me a picture of her house sinking into the ocean. Well, I'm sorry, I can't help you there. that's something for the government. Philip Cooper says, yeah, true, Calvin. It's always easier to talk about what you like to do. When it comes to doing it, you're correct. Majority will fall back and have an excuse. When it comes to coming over here, man, we're a select group. The guys that come over here, I tip my hat to them. That's why I do anything for them when they get over here. I roll out the red carpet too, because you're a select group that comes over here, man. Don't take for granted because you see people over here. It's really in the whole mix of things. It's not many people here, man. You got to be a Viking basically come over here. Hey, Timothy Brady said to Calvin, wow, as far as scammers, I saw this woman yesterday at a restaurant hitting me with the same thing like twice last year. Stimulus checks, unemployment checks. It's hard to bless who really needs it. Yeah. My mother used to tell me this. She said, once you help somebody, it's none of your business what they do with it. You know, you've already done what you're supposed to do. And, you know, Timothy, you're right. We're old enough. We can see through a lot of the scams, so-called scams, you know. But sometimes I still help people. But that little dude, now that I see that it's not only him, he's got a little guy across the street that sells peanuts, right? They're like partners. He's a regular guy. You know, he can walk. But he's the one at the end of the night, they pool their little resource together and they get drunk. And because here's what I did one time. The peanut guy, when I come out, he's trying to sell peanuts. It's 300-400 pesos. So I said, here. I bought them and gave them to the little crippled guy. Well, guess what happened? When they think I'm gone and I can't see him no more, the crippled guy gives him back the 3 bags of peanuts, and he gives the crippled guy the 100 pesos, man. It was so funny, man. You know, but you see stuff like that. NYC Hip Hop Rap Promo says, yeah, I'm a Viking. Well, come on. Join the Vikings Club. Michael Coffey says, Calvin, hi, sir. He says, I stay at Avita Towers in the IT Parks in Bush City area. When I travel to the Philippines, it's a lot of call centers there. Yeah. Now, normally, before I lived here and I go to Cebu, I would stay not far from there in Mavisa Gardens near J Square Mall. Is that what it's called? Near IT Park. I love it over there. In that area. I keep forgetting the name of that area, what that's called. But yeah, I mean, because if you want to go, if you really want to enjoy yourself, man, now hopefully IT Park can get back to what it used to be before the pandemic, man. I mean, you have the time of your life, man. They got nice restaurants, a lot of beautiful people. That's where they go. But I'm gonna tell you something, man. I was showing my wife, my girlfriend, we're looking at Facebook, and we saw this young girl. She's in Lackawanna Island, man. She just had on the skimpiest bikini because remember I did my live from there. I told you guys, I said, first time I ever been there, this is one of those places where the beautiful people go. You're going to see bikinis there, man. And I mean, you very seldom see that in the Philippines, but there you see it. And this little young girl, she is no more. She's nothing but 18. She's one of my Facebook friends, but boy, she's a knockout. And she knows she got it. See, some of them, like I said, that's the new Filipino now. They know they're beautiful. You know, when the whole world tells you you're beautiful all the time, man, it goes to your head. And, you know, she knows she got it. And she be putting some stuff on, man. Michael Cosby says, the other day at a stop sign, I gave $5 to an older black man holding a sign. I picked up my son from school, and when I came back, a young white man replaced him holding the same damn sign. That's funny, Michael, but I'm going to tell you a story funnier than that. When my wife first got to the United States, you know, we're driving. I forgot where we were going. Well, we're stopped at the stop signal. And there's a white guy, you know, looked like maybe on drugs or something. Well, he had the sign up. And I'm just, you know, I see it all the time. I didn't think no more about it. And then I looked over at my wife, and she's crying. I'm like, what are you crying for? Hey, let's help him. He looks so pitiful. I said, yeah, girl, this is a scam. You know, he's going to take the money we give him and go get a shot of opioids or something. But yeah, she was crying, man, literally crying. Because they, you know, Simply Amazing says, and Cal, you sound amazing. Looks like the locals are watching your back. Locals love when you humble and respectful. Yeah, and see, that's what it's all about simply over here, and you know it. if you come over here, man, not try to outshine nobody, you know, I help who I can, when I can, while I can, man. You know, you make haste when the sun is shining, man. Who's to know what next week may bring? But today, if I got a few extra dollars, you know, I go out and buy a couple of bags of rice. You know, it's not like I'm spending a lot of money, guys. It's just when you give a little, a lot of times, it starts adding up, man. And you be like, man, you've helped a lot of people. And that's really what I've done. It's not like we don't have a whole lot of money to spend, man. You know, and I've got some great guys who helped me along the way. And y'all know who y'all are. And y'all know we're not spending a lot of money, man. Hell, we may spend $50, $100 a week. That's not, but it goes a long way over here, man. I mean, you start buying, y'all see the 25 kilo sacks of rice? That will feed a family for a whole month, man. Rice is gold over here. I'm going to tell you something. When I was just giving away that 1,000 pesos every week, which, by the way, is a lot of money over here, you know, I could sit back. It was no big deal, right? I started this electronic community pantry, man, where I'm giving away rice and groceries. I'm overwhelmed with people, man. Trust me, when I get off this live stream, I'm going to have to go in there, get in my Facebook, because I mean, it takes me an hour to put people in that wheel. Timothy Bright says, does anybody plan on visiting the Philippines next year? And what part will you go? Yeah, the few, sorry, Timothy, but yeah, thanks, ZBBX. That's the area, Lahore. I love that area, man. Yeah, Timothy Bright, that's a great question, man. For the Vikings, I'm telling you, if it's your first time flying to Cebu, man, thank me later. Clayton Mary says your electronic community pantry is a winner. Thank you, brother. Community pantries are so popular here. Some girl up in Luzon started it. It's where people in the community, you know, they bring and give what they can. And then the people who need it, they come. You get what you need and bring what you can. Sort of like that. I mean, it's a tremendous success. This lady's really, they got after her at first. The people came to her rescue and said, hey, this is a great idea. Now they're doing it all over the Philippines. It's exactly what I'm doing, except I just do it electronically. And we do it indiscriminately. We do it with a spin wheel online. That's why I call it electronic community pantry. But it's the same thing. We're giving away food items, rice, and things like that. Frank Ellis said, do they have brown rice? Yeah, they do, Frank. Patrick Guillen says, and Frank, rarely. They tend to think it's weird and doesn't cook well. Well, they don't buy it, but they've got it over here. Derek Casanaris says, I will be in the Philippines next year, man. Come on, man. I told you guys, when you get over here, I got specially made birthday hats waiting for y'all with your names on them and everything. Because it's going to be your birthday when you get here. Yeah, Michael Coffey said, Calvin, hi, sir. They are building a lot of new casinos and condos on South Road properties in the Cebu area. Yeah, they were doing that the last time I was there. The last time I was really in Cebu was me and my girlfriend here, right after the Sunulu in 2019. No. It was after that. That was me and my wife. We were down there after Sunulu, but we were in a Airbnb at a private home, and his sister owned a restaurant on that South Properties Road or something they called it, and they were building all kind of restaurants. I actually stayed in some condominiums there for Airbnb. Yeah, Clayton Murray, birthday hats and single ladies, yeah. Derek Casanara says, I've never been to Manila or Cebu. Where do you fly into? Clark? I guess, yeah. Hey, D. Gordon, what's going on? Red Sif Lloyd says, I helped so many people. One day I left the house with no money, came back drunk, full, money and 2 hotel rooms. Yeah. All the time, man, I'm going to tell you. People, welcome me to the house to eat and different things like that. You know, of course, it's too many people. I can't accept all of them. Philippines, my paradise, said 213 watching, only 122 thumbs up. Yeah, guys, come on. Okay, Sal, I apologize, man. You know, we're missing each other, but I promise after the live, I'm going to call you. He said, I got something for you. Call after live. Yeah. You doing okay, Sal? How's that foot healing up, man? Sal's a big-time dog breeder, too, in Chicago. But I'm talking about exotic dogs. And you better have your money. You better have your checkbook with you. These aren't puppies at the local store where you can get them. The last dog I bought was a Chihuahua for my daughter that graduated high school. But this is when she was about 8 years old. I paid $350. I think Sal's cheapest dog is $3,000. Am I right? Some of them $9,000. He's known in Chicago, man. Celebrities, big ballers, anybody with money, they deal with Sal. He's the real deal. Archer said, what age would you trade in for a younger model? Well, hell, by the time my wife gets old, my girlfriend gets old, hell, I'll be old. I done threw my picker away, man. I think I got a good one. And she takes good care of herself. She looks a lot younger than she is. So I think we're gonna go to the bitter end together, art chairs. But I used to do that. Yeah, Derek Kazamari said, trade him in early, don't be like me. I think you're the one with the 52-year-old, right? Michael Cosby said, I used to work 12-hour shifts and I would go to work broke and come home full and drunk. I hated them 12-hour swing shifts. I used to work at DuPont Chemicals. It's crazy how that works, guys. Okay. We're working the same amount of hours you guys are, but we work 14 days and we be out 14 days every month. And every month I get 7 days off in a row, but it was a swing shift, man, and it would kick your behind. Hey, Freddie Sanders, what's up? He's the funniest man on YouTube, man. I promise you. Freddie Sanders. Thanks for that super chat, brother. He said, what's up, brother? How's Tampa, Florida treating you, man? This guy's like a young Fred Sanford, man. I can't even talk to him on live, man. He has me cracking up. I said, man, open up your a YouTube channel. He said, no. He said, I'd be barred from the Philippines. He said the first time he came to the Philippines, this is funny, man. But he has to tell it. He said he was walking down the street, away from his hotel, just trying to, just get lost and find some things. He said he walked down the street and a man was taking a bath in the middle of the street. And it's true, man. You see stuff like that. He said he was covered with soap, still had his underwear and stuff on with that dipper. And he was like, what in the hell, He said the guy just looked at him and kept on taking his bath. But that's the kind of stuff that you run into over here. John Wells says, hey, Calvin, I know that you got a good one, better keep her. Yeah, she really is good, John. I promise you, man. I'm not saying that because she may watch this later on. I'm saying it because I've got experience over here, man. I've been here on and off 12 years. I'm not, spring chicken, man. I've been around the block with some of these Filipinos, man, and this woman's, they're all special, but, man, she's really special. She's intelligent. She's friendly. She doesn't have any enemies, man. She's, sexy. She's a great mother, man. Let's see. Michael Carl. Well, let's see. Jim Ferranti. He says the other day, he says, happy birthday from your biggest thorn in the side. And I wrote him back. I said, with thorns like you, who needs roses? He says, hello from Sacramento, California. Good you're home. Hope you enjoyed your birthday. Hell, it's my birthday again today, Jim. You didn't know? You must not saw my new video. Every day's my birthday over here. Johnny or Bruce says, hey, does your wife have a sister? No comment on that. She does, but no comment. Oh, man. Frank Ellis says, hey, Calvin, how's the diabetes situation in the Philippines? The reason I ask is because diabetics are cautioned not to eat white rice because it's too heavy on carbs. But it's a lot of people over here, I'm going to be honest with you, man, with diabetes over here. And there's a lot of people, because we were talking about kidneys earlier, there's a lot of people who need dialysis, they can't afford it, and they're dying over here. And, you know, because they got some strange beliefs over here. Her brother's wife, man, she died, she was 36. It's a sad case. They were at our house before, and she thought that she's from the mountain province. And he told us, he says, hey, she needs dialysis, but I can't talk her into getting it. You think you can talk to her? And, you know, we tried, man, but she wouldn't do it, man. I promise you, man. Maybe 2 months later, she was dead. It was a sad case. They really think that she thought somebody put a spell on her. I said, no, you got bad kidneys. And, you know, you could see the whole 9 yards. Hey, LaVon White, good to see you, man. Glad that you could join us. Brett Thomas says, hey, I paid $1,450 for a round-trip ticket from New Orleans to Davao City. Is that a good deal, Cal? That's about average, you know, because remember, what you're really doing is when you'll probably fly in, you're not going to fly straight to Davao, are you? You're probably going to fly into Manila or Cebu, and then from there to Davao. Even though I think Davao is now considered an international airport. So that part is included in your ticket. But the sooner the farther out you buy the ticket, the better. And then depending on the day you leave, international flights, they tell you, are cheap on Thursday and Friday. I looked this stuff up. Patrick Guillen says Filipinos love American junk food, processed, bleached sugar, love it. Yeah, that's why. Be careful, guys. Y'all think I'm playing. Inside every Filipino over here is a fat woman screaming to get out, man. And when you take them to America over there and you give them all this stuff like Patrick Guillen says, it's American junk food, she gets out, man. They blow up, man. My wife put on 60 pounds, man. I was shocked. I mean, I really was shocked, man. And I think that's when things start really kind of going downhill for us because, you know, men, we go by what we looks. I'm sorry, man. I ain't trying to be shallow, but it's just how we are. We're men. We're hunters. Jim said, yeah, I saw the headline. I guess he hasn't watched it yet. Let's see. Yeah, he said, Jim says, yeah, I saw the headline. I'll watch it soon. Glad you found a good one, brother. Yeah, you remember. Yeah, it was funny, man, when you said that. I don't know why when you said that, I immediately thought of that. I said, hell, with thorns like you, who needs roses, Jim? Hey, China, he says, Karma X, $5 in the street. You do get it, but was hit by a motorbike, but a dog ran out, causing bike rider to swerve. Early that week, a person you gave $5 on the dog. You got to kind of slow down with me, man. Remember, I got a slow one. When they were giving out brains, I thought they said trains. I said, give me a slow one. That's over my head, China. Simply, I can say, hey, Cal, it was great to be with you as always. Take care. And patience is the key. Soon the islands will be open. But keep in mind, it won't be the same as before COVID. Catch up with you guys later. Thank you, Simply. Thanks again for that super chat, man. Take care. She's right. You got to practice some patience, guys, and everything. See, that's the one big advantage Filipinos have over Western people. They've got patience. See, if the shoe was turned around, they wouldn't be online hunting you down right now, knowing that this place is liable to open up in 6 months to a year. They would practice some patience. They go about their own business and wait until it opened and then start hunting again. See, it's not Filipino season, guys, over there in America. You know, I remember in on Bugs Bunny says, it's duck season. No, it's rabbit season, duck season. I'm telling y'all, if you're in America, in Britain, in France, and all those places, it's not Filipino season, man. You know, it's tackhead season over there. Where y'all at? Wait till it's Filipino season, man, when the Filipinos are in season. And then, man, you know, you're going to get it for the price is right. Y'all hunting out of season, man. Cal Devin said TV is a major killer in the Philippines. My lady likes the brown rice now. She is so cool. Yeah. That TV, man. As a matter of fact, one of my subscribers, she won the electronic community pantry a couple of weeks ago, and she had to send her mother because she's got tuberculosis, and man, it's turning her up. Beautiful girl, but you should see her now, and she's getting treatment. She's getting better, but yeah, it's prevalent over here. So be careful, guys, when you come over here. Hey, thanks, Jim Ferranti, as if Ferrant, for that super sticker, man. I appreciate you, man. You know, you're a good thorn, man. Anyway, you know, that's why I tell you guys, you know, let's don't take anything for granted over here. I mean, I've got one subscriber. He's sending women to the doctor right now. He don't know when he's going to get over here. He's spending a lot of money sending these women to the doctor. Hell, because by the time they get over here, there's no telling, is that exam going to even be valid now? But he's got the right idea. You know, you got to ask these women to go to the doctor, man, and you got to go to the doctor too. What's good for the goose is good for the gander, guys. James Land says, but carbs are good for you, Frank Ellis of Petrogen. You're right. The good carbs, because remember, when we get my age, I have to have, my ideal meal has a combination of protein, carbohydrates, and good fats. See, and that helps my testosterone levels. But yeah, I'm not one of them. I'm not trying to, you know, see, a lot of times when you get over 50, over 40 even, all them old fancy diet, no carb diets, that's not good for you guys. It's going to actually hurt your testosterone levels. And we need that. David Watson says brown rice, more protein and fiber. Oh, okay. Thanks, Jim Ferranti. He says, I have some friends in Escalante. I'll be up your way soon. Coffee is on me. Yeah, we just came from Escalante. Was it last week? Maybe 10 days ago. We rented a van and went there to that Bonista Gardens Resort. It's nice there. I like it there. Clayton Murray says, got to drink enough water, flush those kidneys. Also a little fasting to give the internal organs a little rest from their work. Absolutely. That's great advice. Over here, you're going to drink water. You're going to die. You're forced to drink water over here. That's one thing you're going to learn from the Filipino. See, because when I came over here, I wasn't drinking water at all at home. But now I drink more water than I've ever drank in my life. And when I lost all that weight, and I'm going to start back doing it, I was doing that fast where, what do you call it? That fast where I would do 16 hours and then 8. I wouldn't eat. And I'd go as far as I can when I woke up before I ate anything. It usually be somewhere around 11 or 12. Okay, Jim Ferrante says, oh, sounds really nice. I haven't been north of Cebulan yet. Yeah, Cebulan, that's far from Escalante. Cebulan is right outside of Dumaguete. My wife, her grandmother got some land up there. We were going to build a house up there. They talked me out of it. Hey, Ron Bizzle, thanks for that super chat. He said, thanks for keeping me 100, Brother Cal. Thank you, man. Hey, LaVon White, NTZ in the house. Thanks for that super chat. He said, happy belated birthday. I also live as my birthdays every day. Yeah, well, a lot of guys have overstayed their welcome because they don't want their birthday party to end, LaVon. And then some people trying to give because they want their birthday to start over again. I'm gonna tell you, man. Patrick Ginn says, I heard that Coco Melon. My son watches that too. Patrick Ginn, man, and thank you two guys, man, for that. My little daughter's 9 months old, and when she hears that, man, her starts smiling. Yeah, Philip Cooper, intermittent fasting. Think about it. Yeah. Mr. Chip said 40 pounds my last visit there. It's friggin' hot. And you're gonna lose weight almost by default because a lot of your comfort foods aren't going to be here, man. And then a lot of foods they got over here, you're just not going to eat. And then now that I've bought this Frank Ellis and Cal Deadman twisting my arm and buying this air fryer, the pounds really going to drop off. John Gomez says, I'm tired of Coco Melon. Yeah, I was singing them songs yesterday, and that's what I told my girlfriend. I said, well, hell, y'all play that stuff so much, I know all these stupid songs. Okay, Jacob, Tanjay, I'm going to get off here too. He said, enjoy the stream once again. Good day and evening. We'll check you next season. Be well, sunshine. Thank you, brother. Phil Cooper said, doing the intermittent fasting for over a year now, basically cut out breakfast meal, don't eat until noon and not after dinner. Yeah, that's great. And then in the time you can eat just about anything you want. But it's like Clayton Murray said, it gives your internal organs a rest, man. Because, I learned this from my Muslim brothers about this 3 meals a day thing we're hooked on in America. He said, we don't even give our food. They said you don't even give our food time enough to digest, and we're eating on top of that. He said, no wonder why we're having all type of problems with colon cancer and all of that. He said, give your food a chance to digest, then eat. So a lot of times, well, not a lot of times, every single day now that I've been over here, I wait till I use the restroom in the morning first before I eat anything. I promise you that. I'm talking about I do not go against that. China, Zolda Vulcan says, what about smoothies? When I was at home, I used to drink them, China. I used to drink a protein shake. Yeah, Jim Ferranti said, yes, I usually go south. Darwin, Bacone, Zambongita. I lived in Zambongita for a while. I love it over there. See, now I heard the Zambongita's got like a resort now, I heard. Nice spots there. Shatton on up the road from there. I loved it over there. If I wasn't living in San Carlos City, I'd be living in Zambongita right now. Yeah, Red Sif Lloyd said they have a Jollibee in Chicago, Michigan Avenue. Before they had that one, Red Sif Lloyd, they built one out. I forgot. I think it's going toward Cicero or somewhere. We were on the bus, them big long buses they have in Chicago. My son got a kick out of that. It's like 2 buses connected together by this slinky type contraption in the middle of them. These things are long. They ought to pay you just for being able to drive one of these things. And we went out there, and man, we stood in line for over, I'd say, an hour and a half. Enough time. We stayed in line. I'll tell you how long we stayed in line. I ended up being intimate friends with some nurses in front of us, man. It was crazy. But yeah, guys, I got about 6 minutes left. It's Sunday. Remember, I go grocery shopping on Sunday today. Timothy Bright says, I guess no one is going to the Philippines next year. If I don't have anyone to partner up with and we go to Cebu, then meet Calvin, I'd go by myself. That's on the real. I'm not far from Cebu. If you can learn in Cebu, and once you get settled in, I'll come down to see you. Because I love Cebu. The traffic's gotten bad, but it's one of my favorite areas, man. When Gio, when he posts on Facebook, he's living the life over there. I think he lives in Mactan, Lapu-Lapu City or somewhere now. it really makes me homesick over there, man. I love Cebu, man. And then the guy today, Michael Coffey, was talking about IT Park. Man, some of my greatest memories in the Philippines is in Cebu. Hey, retired 2019. I apologize. I missed your last live stream. He said, Calvin, how should a man over 50 build his testosterone? Well, there's certain exercises you can do. Go on my channel, and I'll show you Sunshine Shoulders home workout for men over 50. Stay off the treadmill because it builds up that what is it? Creosone, and which is a stress causing hormone, which just destroys your testosterone. There's certain foods you can eat, but the key is exercise, man. There's certain type of cardiovascular exercise you can do: jumping jacks, mountain climbers, push-ups, squats. Let's see, the bicycle crunch, the plank, the what's the one that I do? The burpee. See, that's good testosterone. Yeah, James Land said build your testosterone by proper diet and exercise. And I have, man, because I'm going to tell you something. When I got over here, I'm going to tell you, I thought something was wrong with me, man. My engine quit running over there. I had to get that Filipino tune up, but part of it was changing my diet and exercising, man. And now, man, I'm running on all 12 cylinders. Sam Champion said, Calvin, because your live stream is at night for most of us, you should adopt that old song by James Brown, Night Train. Play it before you go on live stream. That song goes well with your format. I would, man. I'm going to think about that. But see, then if I do that, there's a copyright infringement with YouTube. You know. Yeah, Yardy Cole. Thanks for that. You already know, he said lifting weights works for me. Absolutely. That's another thing, because they say as you get older, man, you need to lift weights. Believe it or not. Yeah, cortisol. Sorry, Clayton Mary. Thank you for that. Stay off that treadmill, guys, please. And see, I ride my bike. I don't even run anymore because over 50, man, I ain't got nothing to prove. And it's bad on your knees and your joints and stuff, man. And I want to be walking, man, you know, when one of my daughters decides to get married. Yeah, guys, I got about 2 minutes and 30 seconds. I just want to, you know, like I said, give a shout out to the MTZ crew. Thank y'all so much, man, for having my back, man. You know, that's the no troll zone, man. We don't give trolls not 1 second of attention anymore. I want to give a shout out to Road to the Philippines. His last video, he was talking about trolls. It was on his case. I just tell you, man, you know, just do the best you can. We're human beings. It gets under your skin. Do the best you can. Try to just ignore them, man. Don't give them a platform, especially not on your channel. Just keep doing what you're doing, man. And I think you're going to have a decent channel. Road to the Philippines. Check him out. LaRock's Cooking Adventures, Vixen's Vlog, Philippines My Journey. Chriselle has a YouTube channel. Y'all check her out. Daz's Hangout Haven. She's a Filipina. Thanks, Jim Ferrante, for that. And I hope I'm saying your name right. Put it in syllables for me, Jim, so I know for sure. Thanks for that super sticker. And, you know, Bobby G in Denver, Gleason Baker, Levon White, Cal Devin, Ingram Davis, John Well, Timothy Bright, Van Blaney, Daryl Fullmore, man. I can't name all you guys. AJ Eckley. Okay, Jim Ferranti said it's close enough. It's just so many people, man. John tells me all the time, he said, man, you got a good group of guys. I have to remind him, no, I got a great group of guys, man. I promise you, man. And it's even going to get better. Mr. Chip says, have a good day. He said, troll the troll. keyboard warriors. Probably don't even have a passport. Right. No, not with me, James Lance. This is the guy Road to the Philippines. He was interviewed by Every Man Has His Own Story, Mr. Wah, wah, wah. And afterwards, because I think his girlfriend is still married or something, they called him a simp, a sucker, and all that. But, he stood his ground, but I wouldn't. A lot of times it's jealousy. Hey, guys, if you're in America, it's late. Before you let your head hit the pillow, please find somebody to help. But if you're on one of them late grocery runs, beer runs, weed runs, you're just getting off second shift, or you're on your lunch break, you see somebody in the street, buy them something to eat, buy them something to drink, give them a couple of dollars. If you're in the Philippines, it's 11:09 a.m. It's early, man. We have the whole rest of the day to find somebody to help. There's no excuse why you shouldn't intentionally go out and find somebody to help today. There's literally millions of people over here who need our help. Because if I don't know anything else, I know this one thing for sure. When we help other people, we help ourselves. Take care, stay safe, stay COVID free. I'll see you next time. Jim, man, I'm going to tell you, man, that's a big compliment. He says, I've never given to a YouTuber. First time tonight. Appreciate your good works. Thank you, man. I mean, it means a lot to me, man. Promise. James B says he's on a crackhead run. You guys are funny. Rastanati said Danny is building a house after 3 weeks of loving. Hey, well, remember, he's in that girl. He's in the middle, that girlfriend experience and wife experience. It'll do that to some of us, though, guys. This is the best of the best over here. Take care, guys. Stay safe. And as soon as this man gives us a go-ahead, we're going to break ground, guys. It's going to be fun because every day I'm going to take y'all on site because I ain't got a choice. I've got to be there every day to keep the honest man honest. But I'm going to do my regular videos too, but I'm going to take y'all all the way from the first brick in the foundation till it's finished to the last brick on the Sunshine Shoulders guest house, man, where everybody here is welcome, man. Anytime you're in this area, need a place to stay, give me a week or two notice. I got to set a limit on how long you can be here, but it's no price. It's free to you guys. Take care, guys. I'll see y'all Tuesday morning, Philippine time, Monday night, U.S. and beyond.